the box score just so I have it.
Looking for Craig.
Oh, did he go downstairs and look for us? Sometimes
This
that
is what
happens.
usually happens where he looks for you guys.
My hands, I'm shaking.
Jazz. Here.
Oh, maybe he's
I thought
printing.
it's cool.
Oh, he's one
Should
for
have my
Drexel.
dream.
It's for you. No, tilt.
Yeah, 6 steals.
Sit up.
We're having printer problems.
All right, I am so sorry.
Did you come looking for us? That happened. Okay, we got nervous. So we left.
No printer in this building has staples, so. That's what we're doing. All right, so we're joined by Coach Mallon, Chloe Hodges, and Jasmine Valentine. Chloe today, 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 steals. And Jasmine Valentine, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. We'll open up with a statement from Coach, and then questions for the players, and then questions for Coach.
Really happy with this win today. To be at home and get a win over a conference team is great, especially for this group, especially going into having another conference game on Sunday. Whenever you can see the stat sheet and you have 4 people in double figures and just the stat line across the board for all of us, and you're seeing different people step up, it gets me excited because that just goes to show that we're growing as a team and you're seeing more of this game in, game out. So I'm hoping this is something we continue to see. But great win today. 19 assists on 22 shots. That's team basketball, and that's what we play. And then defensively, just really keeping to our defensive goal, which we did today, and did a great job. I think, especially our post battle and a little mismatch with battling side, but we also were able to take advantage. I think when we were mismatched inside, which I was really happy to see again today too.
Chloe, great job defensively today. You had 6 steals, career high, 11 steals as a team. And, as Coach just said, you met the defensive goal. How important was that today to really keep them off the scoreboard and limit their points?
Oh, it's huge. And defense is something that we really pride ourselves on. Game in, game out. We know that we're going to bring that to the table every day. And something we spoke about prior to the game is that our posts have to come to work, especially 0 and 13 on Hofstra. They have a little bit of size on us down there. So that was a real emphasis for us this whole week, is just to work around them and try and get as many touches in there as possible and not make it easy for them to get easy buckets. So I think we did a pretty good job in there today.
Jazz, 3rd game out of the last 5, scoring in double figures, even limited by foul trouble in the first half. You really did a great job, stayed aggressive. What's the mindset for you offensively? You always do a great job on defense, but as of late, really picking it up offensively. So what's the mindset there for you over the last several games?
The mindset is that whenever I see a mismatch, I just get real excited. So I just always see that on offense. And my teammates trust me with the ball to score, and I trust them to feed me whenever. So, yeah.
That was kind of what I was going to ask, but Jasmine, it was a lot of you out-rebounding and scoring contested buckets tonight, a lot of aggressiveness against 2 really talented, solid CAA bigs. So what goes into your mindset and preparation for a game like that, and how do you bring that energy from start to finish to outscore and out-rebound them?
I think it always starts with practice, just always having the key reminders that we need to box out the bigs, and everyone needs to crash, everyone needs to get the ball, because that's possessions, and we can transition into offense and get the ball back. That's it.
Awesome, thank you.
Any other questions? Chloe, overall, 4-1 start in conference play, 3-0 at home. Another big one on Sunday against Monmouth, who I'm sure that you remember that last game at the end of the year. How big is that game for you guys to come out strong against a team that got the better of you guys in March last year?
Right, yeah, it's huge. And we already spoke about it post-game that it's great to celebrate this win right now, but it's a quick turnaround, 48 hours, and we have another really great opponent coming into the DAC that's going to really take it at us and try and go at us from the start, try and bully us. So we really got to have that same mentality that we had today, is just to stay strong in the post. Our guards have to put pressure on the outside, and everyone has to be a threat on offense. And when we do that, we end up winning games. So hopefully we bring that on Sunday.
We're good on that.
Thanks, guys.
We're good on Chloe.
Sorry.
Get some rest.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Take care. Get some rest. Do all the things.
See you guys Sunday.
I want to see the TikTok now.
I got you guys.
You can start your games with Mel.
All right, we'll open up questions for Coach.
Awesome. Hi, Coach. Congrats on a big win. It was a great rebounding game. You out-rebounded Hofstra 41-28. Great there, but shot 0 for 11 from 3. So what's going to be the biggest thing to try to improve the shooting from deep, and what was some advice you gave your team going into the game to out-rebound a team that has some size?
It's a great point. Those are two things I looked at. The rebounding for us was a huge, we talk about that all the time. And I think as a team, we're rebounding almost better than I've seen a lot of our teams in the past. So I'm hoping that continues, and I think it's just about the mentality. When you have your point guard as your leading rebounder, I think that just says a lot about your team. But you're seeing others now step up and do the same thing. Even if they're not getting the ball, they're poking it so someone else gets it. So I'm excited to see that. But the shooting, again, I think performance for us tonight, not what we want, but I'm hoping that's something we'll turn around too, as we head into being on our home court Sunday. I think we got good looks tonight. I just think we missed them, so it is just realizing, hey, you're going to continue to get those looks and just be ready to make them next time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Another team stat that you always like to look at, assists on field goals, right? So 19 assists on 22 field goals. And I really felt, especially in the first half, you guys set the tone, sharing the basketball, and then out in transition, turning defense into offense. How big was that for you guys tonight with distributing the ball? And Grace O'Neal, even though she didn't score a ton, she ended up with a team-high 7 assists.
I think that's big because I think even, the past weekend, I think we're growing each game. And last weekend, we saw a lot of pressure. A lot of where the ball was not moving, and I think that's something we really want to do better, and we worked on all week. So it was nice to see that translate into the game today. And I think it is the pressure that we're seeing, feeling, hey, if people are going to press us, then we got to go. And it was almost like a great night because it wasn't like I was calling these plays; they were just playing. They really were just playing, and it was nice to see them be reactive and just take what they gave you. And I think that's what you saw a lot, especially in the second half.
Scoring-wise, Amaris Baker kind of set the tone early, but a little stagnant to start the third quarter. You call timeout, you get Lane McGurk in the game, you get Jasmine Valentine in the game, and you end up with 11 points from each of them off the bench. How huge was that for those two to give you that lift offensively?
It's huge. I think those two, Lane, you've seen bits and pieces of it throughout the year. It's something she's working really hard at, being that person that comes in and can come in off the bench and be a spark for us on the offensive end and the defensive end. I thought she got some great rebounds for us as well. And I think the big thing with Jazz is it's things we've been seeing from her, and I'm really happy to see her continuing to grow and get better. And they're really working. I think you're seeing that kind of that light bulb going a little bit. Hey, this is my role. This is what I can do, and everyone understanding how important that is.
I'll just segue a little bit. How much, talking about the last two, does practice time factor in that? Because a lot of coaches, pretty much the philosophy is you do well in practice. If it's possible, you're going to get in the game. If you're not getting in the game, it's because you ain't getting it done in practice. So kind of talk about their growth from that standpoint.
That's a great point, Mel, and I think that's definitely something Lane McGurk you've seen. She comes to practice every day. She is doing extra work before practice, after practice. She's working, doing film with Stacy, and then she's working with Hannah Nihill, who's one of our greatest defenders who ever played for us, working on all areas of her game. And I think you're definitely seeing that continue to grow as a player. And that's the reason I feel confident when I do put her in, that she's going to be ready for her role. And same with Jazz, she's putting the time in, the extra work, and you're starting to see that. And I think that's a great point. It is definitely what they're doing in practice that makes me confident to put them in. And I remind them every time, if you're doing something and not paying attention, I'm going to be worried if I can put you in if you're going to pay attention to what we're asking you to do. So I think they're really committed to that right now.
Yeah, one more. So this was the most playing time and the biggest scoring we've seen from Lane since the Lehigh game, and it's really just showed that she was able to score in transition. She was getting to the line a lot. She looked really confident offensively. Was there something you gave her or a teammate might have given her that kind of encouraged that today?
Yeah, I think it's just the confidence. You see a Brooke Mullen, who is a great leader for us on the floor, just tell her, hey, great shot, Lane, great play. And what I'm really more pleased with is her defensive effort, because that's something I don't think people get rewarded for, and that was one of the reasons we were really working on. But I thought she did a great job on defense, just sticking to our team defense, and I think it actually helped her transition in on the offensive end, get the things she was able to do. And I think that's where you're seeing things to start clicking on both ends for her, which is exciting for me.
Any other questions, guys? Well, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Guys, just
Thanks for still being here.
This is the second
Even
time
though
this
snow-
season that 4 players have scored in double digits.
Let's do it again Sunday.
Okay, so we'll be back.